Alright, so Meta Athena has Tracer and Farah Mercy, whereas Lunatic High has Tracer Soldier. And because it's Farah Mercy, Lunatic High has a better dive composition because of Zenyatta's Discord.
It is going to...
So Meta Athena's looking for the Farah Mercy poking, doing some benefit for the team.
be a series where I think that there are the Meta Athena fans out there that want to see them at least take a map here, take a series, since they've been so
take a
well
look
known,
at Giro's
famous
health
for so
bar
long.
here.
Certainly not as
Giro's the
famous as
first
Lunatic
one
High.
to become low on health.
But still,
well, it looks to be exactly what you said here with Giro hopping on the Zenyatta, so seems like he's going to be flexing to the support position now. And
so Giro's health becomes low. We can see that Meta Athena takes the second floor, and they do jump up, but they quickly go back down.
On the Tracer to start things off.
Okay, so we can see that Hoon's Diva, Hoon and Rio, they were together, but Hoon dives in first. I think it might have been because Giro's health was low, but I don't think they had a good call from the team as a whole. So Hoon dives in first, but then he is quickly separated right here when Rio comes down.
they very easily predicted would be their
So they're separated. Okay, and we can see that Rio's health bar
Actually played
quickly becomes low.
Mercy,
So I think it's very important for Diva and Winston to stay together when they're diving in. So they had a better position up here. So when they chose to dive in, they should have been together.
This season, and it makes sense
but Hyunwoo comes quickly down to aid the ground, which was good for him.
So far,
But
been knocked out of the sky.
He doesn't heal Rio completely
Actually,
and goes back up. I think they should have been healed. I mean, Hoon's health was, close to full HP, but Rio was definitely not. But they do have a better composition, better position. Meta Athena has better position on point, and so Lunatic High Miro, specifically, jumps in
This actually may be the first
to contest. So he jumps into a good position here,
cap. They're gonna have to dive
but then he quickly goes out of the room, and Hoon
to take it.
pushes him off the ledge with the booster, and that was just superb on Hoon's part there.
He's going to jump through. Pretty sure he got booped off the edge though as Hoon. Yeah, he's just going to launch himself at him. The mech is going to go down here as well though.
So Toby does kill Chris, and Huari kills Rio, but definitely Lunatic High doesn't have any tanks, and Toby's also killed.
Oh yeah, when you go.
Meta Athena takes the point. So here again, Hoon's HP isn't fully healed.
Damage Eska was too pressure.
And if we look at here, Miro jumps in with the punch, and Hoon is turning his Matrix on. This is definitely a waste of Matrix.
They're gonna go for an immediate dive here again.
So he's already used more than half, and it didn't really block him of any damage.
And try to build ultimates.
So Hoon's low on health, and he's out of the room. So again here, Rio is in the building over here, and he's quickly taken out. We gotta consider that Lunatic High has Zen's Discord. So because of this, I bet Lunatic High had the call, hey, Rio is in the room alone. So Zumba goes in to assist the kill, but Miro is left behind.
Probably could have stayed in on that point.
And Meta Athena quickly takes advantage of that. So they have the fair trade there. But then Hyunwoo has the resurrection.
Elsewhere, side player is going to grab one.
So that's going to be a 5 versus 6.
Lose Rio, but they grab him right back immediately.
So the healers were so close to ultimates, but they now have to go back and wait.
He's going to be able to get the kill onto Guido at the same time. So nicely done here from Meta Athena, who's staving off Lunatic.
Eska does successfully forces Rio to use Primal Rage though. And Eska has his ult now.
Trying to get his head around what he's going to do up against. Fantastic as well.
Okay, so now Lunatikai has both the healer ultimates, and that is definitely the advantage for Lunatikai for this battle.
Yeah, they're just so aggressively forward that Eska can't
But
find
Saya
pot
player,
shots at this
he does his thing here.
aura, so
He attaches the bomb to Eska, and although I find Chris's sound barrier a little bit of a waste in a retrospective point of view, but yeah, he was going in for the dive.
Egg was taken out. They can't even contest. They can't engage anymore. Not against
They
this.
still win.
That's enough picks.
They have to
Libera's
fall
gonna
back,
even
and
clean up
now
Toby as well. Looking for these staggered
Meta
kills on the
Athena
back
is
end.
close
We've
to
got
getting
75%
99%
still
there.
ticking up for Meta Athena. It will most likely be that 99% switch if Lunatikai are even able to get it.
They've got their full. Yet again, the
So this is the last push from Lunatikai.
accuracy's been so
They have
good.
both
Eska's just
healer
not been able to get
ultimates.
shots off. You might have to use the tac visor to eliminate that pharmacy before Rez is up. That would be huge for them. They don't know that Rez isn't yet available. If he can kill the Mercy before that
Messiah
happens,
takes
that
out
would be their
Eska
opening here.
again with the
Tac
pulse
visor might be
bomb.
the way to make it happen. Their approach is pretty predictable though. They keep coming from the same angle.
Oh,
and
and
Eska's
Cyplay
picked
gets
again.
another one.
Yeah.
His pulse
And
bomb timings
Libero
have been
takes out
fantastic.
Miro
Libero
quickly
throws down the rocket barrage.
before
Does
he
manage to
could
the
get
kill
the
on
sound
Miro.
barrier.
Getting rid of that front line, we say it all the time, is so important.
And Huaryu tries to even out the fight by taking out Rio here. But the double rest comes in.
Double Rez.
Yeah, Hoon staying in there, and Hyunu exactly right. Just going to bring up the monkey
But
one more time.
Miro
Libero's
comes
able to
back
fire those
with the
rockets
Primal
out
Rage ready.
with reckless abandon, and Lunatikai, they did get the recap. Meta Athena should be able to grab this one back again.
But here Miro comes back, right? With the Primal Rage, and look at his
Trying
jumps.
to hold
It's
it
just
here.
beautiful
They
here.
might actually be very able to do so because they use their
So
ults
precise.
very much staggered. And Miro still has this Primal Rage available. Just holding on to it until the last moment here just to make sure that they do
Chris-
get that stagger.
Chris is going to get booped off the edge, though. Side player trying to answer back here, but thankfully the support's stepping up once again for Lunatikai. Knocks off here from Miro. Primal Rage helping out there as Hyonu's going to finally fall down.
I
So
think Meta Athena saw
Lunatikai
the
wins
blood in the
this
water
one.
There. They certainly wanted to get
Yeah.
Ika comes back with McCree, but with Libero's change to Genji,
the primal, saved his
You
Primal
can
Rage
see
until
here.
the last second there just to make sure he could knock them off to get the respawns in. Very well played.
Pulse
by
Bomb doesn't
Lunatikai.
go in, but
That's how you use
switching over to the
6 ults.
McCree now as well, so giving up on the
Meta quickly focuses on Eska here and takes
soldier
him out.
play. Try and get those pot shots. And
There's really not much a McCree can do when he is covered up with Diva's Matrix. And
it's just going to
I
punish
would
him
say
immediately
Chris's
for
sound
you.
barrier was a bit too early and the tanks don't receive it, as we can see over here. But Meta still outnumbers Lunatikai, and Guido and Toby both don't have any protective ultimates.
Still darting around this back line, but they want to get back to this point. We're going to get to 99-99 very soon. Oh, who are you just going to get knocked off the edge? Sideplay going to finish off
And Guido does turn on the trance, but it was way too late.
that kill, and Meta Athena finally fighting back. They've only got one more ultimate left, and Libero, he switched over to the Genji at the same time. The double boot comes out from Chris. Meta Athena should be able to get this,
That's
and
it.
overtime's ticking down. Meta Athena looking to grab Lighthouse here and draw first blood.
So Meta takes that round. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so second round. So we can see Hyunu chooses Sombra, and both Saya and Eska are now Widowmaker.
An advantage, and Lunatikai just kept taking the same approach. They need to protect their DPSs more against the pharmacy cops if we're going to continue to see them.
Well, Meta Athena now going to switch to this triple DPS composition. Hyunu is known
So Hyunu hacks the big heal pack right over there,
to head onto that Sombra at times.
and Saya takes out Who Are You?
Sire player,
Saya.
oh, on the Widow, and of course,
But we can
doesn't
see-
disappoint.
We can see Lunatikai waits with patience here, waiting for Who Are You to come back.
It's not necessarily the Wolf and Atlas moment where he was getting pops
Not
and we were
yet.
just yelling like crazy people.
Wait
but
until we
we'll
go to
see,
Anubis
We'll see how
later.
crazy we get, exactly.
So, we're going to have this matchup between him and Eska, not in terms of 1v1 against each other necessarily, but in terms of how much damage they could both get done with this Widow pick. Looks like the
So Meta Athena takes the point with ease here, but I think Lunatikai had a chance to contest here.
first cap will go to Meta Athena with those opening picks.
Yeah, tanks just
They quickly
setting
take it
themselves up
back.
to the point.
Let's
No
take a
one wanting
look.
to provide a target for themselves. Mira's going to take down Chris. Libero playing super aggressive.
So all the tanks are clustered up here right now. They're waiting for that big heal pack to regenerate.
Does get the mech, which is very important.
So
He's gonna
Lunatikai quickly takes that to his advantage, taking both tanks out with brute force. They have the Zenyatta, so is accompanied by Discord as well.
be able to get their first cap. It looks
Look
like
right here. I honestly don't understand. Hyunwoo makes a huge mistake of using EMP when there is really nobody to fight the battle. Okay, so a little bit of analysis here. Having Sombra as a healer means you can only get healed in a designated place, and healing cannot be distributed flexibly. I thought the reason for the EMP was to maybe change to a healer, but he continues to use Sombra.
Takai are going to be able to get in there, but yeah, EMP comes down and Takai are going to be able to grab the kill. Side player gets a pot shot off onto Miro, but it's going to be about that. The extra kills are going to be important. Who are you throwing?
So Hyunwoo Sombra again, and I honestly think he should have changed at this point.
There's a celebratory pulse bomb into the air.
Yeah, definitely not going to be the one he was looking for, but it's a nice early recap for Lunatikai, who had that unfortunate deficit. We are going to see Libero switch again now to the Genji here, and it is going to be side player on Tracer, so they're going to dive now. Yes, what wasn't working for them at the beginning is no longer, and they lost control of the high ground they needed to control in order to make the Widowmaker valuable. So I like this choice a lot. It's going to be much more difficult for Eska to get picks against this hyper mobile comp now. Speaking of which,
yeah, Libero's going to dive all the way forward.
So with limited ground to be healed, Meta takes on a difficult fight here, and Guido already has his trance now.
He's going to ask whether he could get these reflects onto the Widowmaker as well, who seems to be
So
tasked with taking him
with-
down, but he can't actually find
With
him.
the
until
trance,
now.
they win the fight with
Battle's already
ease.
been done, man. Exactly right. 4 all ready to go down. Lunatikai in well and truly control right now.
they also have the ult advantage.
So Eska
They're
uses
going to
ult,
use this,
and
Infrasight
Meta
to actually
waits it
gain
out.
Another advantage, looking for the pick here onto Libero. Very annoying right now. Basically, Meta Athena can't really show or try to dive, but they'll be picked off as immediately as they show, so they have to wait for this to wear off. Now's a good opportunity, now that it's gone. to
Now
actually
they
come in
dive with Chris's speed boost.
They're going to try to take it.
But if we look at here, Toby uses the amp it up, expecting them to dive on Zen.
Immediately to dive onto Guido in the backline, but he's protected.
It's really just difficult to win the fight again because Chris used speed with the amp it up, and therefore Meta pretty much doesn't have any healing coming in unless they somehow fall back to wherever heal packs are hacked.
Yeah, great Discord, but Primal Rage
Miro
is there to
takes
keep
out
him
Libero.
alive, and Miro just jumps on top of Libero. Oh, Eska,
Oh,
beautiful.
good shot by Eska.
There you go, man.
You could say the tracking was also pretty good there as well, as who are you looking for more kills, and Meta Athena, I mean, Lighthouse looks so good, but this Ruins has been a disaster.
It certainly has. Eska's just gotten these opening picks. He's controlled this zone so well that Meta Athena has to do.
So Meta Athena has one last chance with EMP.
Sloppy dives in order to try to break it. Now he's got so much control, he's going to stand on the pillar. Meta Athena is going to have to try to use this EMP
If we look here,
to get opening picks to retake.
Toby stays behind,
But it's going to be very
and so Hyunwoo uses his EMP.
difficult. They can build a longer fight. They will have the sound.
It was a bad EMP to begin with, I think. He should have attacked Zenyatta right away.
Barrier.
Yeah, looking to try and get
And Toby just comes in with the sound barrier to counter it perfectly.
himself up there, but you can see Sound Barrier comes in, and Lunatikai get it before the EMP goes
Denial.
off. Beautiful timing.
Denial on the sound barrier as well. Chris was midair when he died. Such great coordination here for Lunatikai.
And
That
Lunatikai
might
easily
just be
wins
the end
this
of
round.
second point here.
Yeah, overtime ticking down. They're not going to be able to get back to that point, and Lunatikai tied up, but it... Who are you? Thankfully,
So, third round.
the fan service
Take a look
finally
at
comes
Hoon's
in, and
Diva
he's
here.
on his Genji.
Been a while.
It's been so long, but he's still so good.
Here.
Garen,
So, Hoon's Diva gets quickly destroyed on the first fight. I would say very well executed dive here. Discord, Miro's cannon, plus Tracer attacking from the back can really melt Diva down to mini.
see that one as Libero in the skies, trying to take some people down, but Lunatikai, they're the ones that
Libero,
have got rid of Hoon already.
if you take a look here,
And oh, this is
just rocks the Pharah to make Lunatikai fall back.
There's a lot of damage available here from Libero with stacked up targets. The Rockets finding the mark there as well. This house is not very safe.
So beautiful that after they got the pick onto Hoon, they knew they could actually take the approach
And he even takes out both healers here.
inside the building there. And so as a result, they get multiple opening picks here.
Good
Libero's still
shots.
alive, but the bigger story is Lunatikai getting those kills in the building.
Yeah, and
But Hyunwoo does get killed in the process, and Hyunwoo could have made the fight more stable, I would say, if he stayed on the roof side instead of the open area to hide while healing. So Hoon's back to destroy Zumba's mech.
ignore the Pharah. He was shooting freely that whole time, but what are you supposed to do without the rest
Zumba
of your
kills
team
Chris,
being
though.
alive? Hoon does make his way back as they do claim at least the mech, but
If we take a look at Zumba here, he refills the mech really quickly.
can they get more from this is the question. Libero very, very close to that rocket barrage to start things off.
Okay, this is actually still pretty close. They're going to go for one last contest. That's good.
So Zumba gets the mech back, but if we look at Miro,
Toss the pulse bomb and miss it.
Miro jumped a bit too early here. He should have waited for Zumba's mech to come and assist him.
Might be time to switch to the soldier if they can't get this flip. Does knock Hoon out, but loses his life
So
for
the
it.
point is still not taken by anyone.
Once again as well as he takes down Miro. Just the frontline focused Tracer play that we've seen. And who are you? What is it with this guy?
So Guido and Chris, they both use their ultimates to make the difference here.
And trying to kill Faraz as Genji. He does it every single time. Transcendence coming out from Guido
So who are you as the blade here?
as well as Lunatikai are investing to try and get this point to start things off. It hadn't even started yet for anyone. Yeah, and Hyunwoo
So he takes out Chris,
is going to bring back Hoon.
but
Oh,
Libero
man. Does get
just
taken out
takes him
here.
out in
The
midair.
longest opening contest ever on this map.
I would say it wasn't a good call for Toby to use his ult here.
Huge, man.
All right.
Lunatikai going to bring it all the way back as well.
Libero's
We've got
Pharah
sound
does
barrier
all.
coming in. Libero popping himself out of the well. That was
He assists the kill on Toby,
dangerous for a
and
second, but got to
he even uses Barrage to take Miro out.
remember he can fly, and that's useful. And Libero! Oh my goodness, I thought he might even survive that as he rocket barrages Miro out of the way.
This is still going to be the cap for them. Zumba's pushed off now. Finally, they'll get it.
So Meta Athena gets the point here. So next fight,
The soldier that was dove upon successfully so many times for Meta Athena. It's a big flex
Eska
for
tries
Lunatikai
to
move away from
place
it because
pulse
he's so
bomb.
unsuccessful on Lighthouse.
well, it was
So you
unsuccessful.
can respect it, but it's not doing them any favors.
Now, Esker also going to pass a pulse bomb into a defense
We look at
matrix,
here.
almost on purpose by the looks of things. That
Again,
was dangerous.
Libero
It's
doing
Libero
work.
and Chris going to get the
And
work
Chris
done. Who are
takes
you
out
first?
Who Are You as
Into
well, so they
oblivion,
win
which
this
is
fight
definitely
again.
not what you want.
So Meta Athena has the Resurrection, and Lunatikai changed the DPS to Doomfist and McCree.
Over to the Doomfist, the first Doomfist that we've seen so
So Doomfist is killed right away though. And
this series.
because Hoon is also killed, Lunatikai decides to attack.
Feels a bit late though. It's coming in to try to protect Eska when the dive comes through. It's the counter
Ooh.
dive.
Saya had a rather lucky pulse bomb there on Toby.
Doomfist. Oh man, another pick on the toe.
And Guido uses trance here, even though Toby's already dead.
Saya player on fire with this Pharah comp. He's actually really the protector. The best defense is a good offense.
And
is what he's
although
saying
Chris is killed,
right now,
Yeah, and the smack
Rio takes out Guido after the trance is over.
talk was definitely not coming when we were talking to about Sire player in that interview to start things off, but
They get
he
pushed
doesn't
back.
care. He's playing as if he was the
And
one
if we
that
look
was
here, Toby comes
saying
back
everything.
and he gets his ult ready really quickly. But Zumba, he just dives in. Guido was dead. Toby was still right over here.
Eska needs to get some shots against this Pharah right now because it is wrecking
And Zumba just dived in alone. And he's low on health because of that.
havoc on the tank line.
Okay, look here.
No one is shooting at Libero right now. He's not.
Precise shots. So Libero doesn't miss that chance and destroys the mech. And with that, easily made the last fight 5 for 6.
Being fired upon. Where's Eska? He's just so pressured he can't get a line of sight to fire.
Yeah,
they're back in the spawn.
This?
They're back in the spawn, Atlas. He needs to get out and to get some shots.
His last fight with
Like Zumba's
just
coming over
Mini.
here to give him a pep talk. It's like, come on, Eska, it's okay. The
He's-
rockets will stop.
he's
They
not
will
even-
stop. If you put bullets in him, they will stop.
Eska goes around. I think he was aiming for that Deadeye. But
He's
then,
not willing to fire until he has Deadeye. He's that scared
because he's going around, he doesn't get the ultimate.
of the
And
dives coming through. Sound Barrier's going to try
if
to
we look
end-
here,
Look at-
it was really nice catch from Rio. So Eska's position was well caught by Rio, and because he didn't receive the ult from Toby, he couldn't do much with the high noon.
this great dive as soon as he comes
brilliant. Yeah, Deadeye comes in, but who cares? It can be high noon as much as you want. You're dead. It's not going
Libero's
to work out as
doing
Meta
work
Athena
again.
continuing to get the kills. Overtime now ticking down 99
They're
to 0.
gonna take this
The
round.
domination so far for Meta Athena on the well, and they're continuing to get the kills. Lunatic High, last minute defense that they have been able to execute so
That's it.
many times.